What Canada's new leadership means for Jamaica. Canada has quietly undergone a political earthquake. Mark Carney, a former titan of global finance, is now the new Prime Minister, and already his leadership is turning heads around the world. For Jamaicans, this change may seem distant, but the ripple effects are already heading toward the Caribbean. What happens next could reshape how we trade, how we migrate, and how we align ourselves on the global chessboard. Canada isn't just another country, it's home to one of the largest Jamaican diasporas. Thousands of Jamaican workers head to Canadian farms each year, while many students dream of studying or settling there. Canada has always been seen as a friend, but now the game is changing. New leadership means new policies, new priorities, and possibly new tensions with America and China, all of which will affect us. In this video, we dive deep into what Prime Minister Mark Carney's rise means for Jamaica. We explore the possibilities and the dangers, the opportunities and the risks. From migration and trade to diplomacy and climate policy, Jamaica must be ready. Because when powerful countries shift direction, small countries like ours feel it most. Mark Carney is no ordinary politician. Before stepping into politics, he was one of the world's most powerful central bankers, leading both the Bank of Canada and the Bank of England. Carney is known as a calm, calculated economist with a sharp eye on climate change, finance, and international cooperation. Now, as Prime Minister, he's expected to steer Canada toward a high-tech, climate-conscious, and economically diversified future. What does this mean for Jamaica? First, it could mean a more strategic trade relationship. If Carney truly wants to shift Canada away from U.S. dependence, he may look to deepen ties with other allies, including Commonwealth nations like Jamaica. Jamaica could find itself being courted for deeper trade arrangements, development cooperation, or even investment in tourism and infrastructure, especially as Carney pushes for clean capital and sustainability. But Carney's economic strategy may also make things tougher. A focus on fiscal discipline and climate-friendly standards could lead to stricter regulations and trade conditions. If Jamaica isn't ready to meet new Canadian environmental or labor benchmarks, we could be left behind. Our leaders must act fast to align with this new direction, or risk being cut out of the next wave of economic opportunity. Canada's new Foreign Minister, Anita Anand, is already making history. As the first Hindu and first Indian origin woman to hold the role, she brings a global, multicultural perspective to Canadian diplomacy. She's expected to emphasize partnerships with the global South, and that includes the Caribbean. Anand may be the diplomatic wildcard that gives Jamaica a stronger voice on the global stage. For Jamaica, Anand's rise offers a rare diplomatic opening. She's expressed interest in multilateralism, climate justice, and post-colonial collaboration, all areas where Jamaica has deep stakes. Whether it's pushing for climate financing, better trade deals, or security cooperation, Anand could be a powerful ally in the cabinet to keep Caribbean concerns on Canada's agenda. Still, nothing is guaranteed. Anand's loyalty will be to Canadian interests first, and if Jamaica doesn't organize its regional diplomacy through CARICOM, we could lose out to more coordinated voices. This is a chance for Jamaica to lead, not follow, but it means strategic engagement, smart ambassadors, and proactive lobbying in Ottawa. The opportunity is there, but only if we take it. One of the most immediate concerns for Jamaicans is what Carney's government will do with Canada's Seasonal Agricultural Worker Program, SWP. Over 10,000 Jamaicans go to Canada every year to work on farms. Carney's administration has hinted at labor reforms and expanding skilled migration pathways, but will that benefit or hurt Jamaican workers? If Carney leans toward worker protections and higher labor standards, this could be good news. Jamaican farm workers have long complained about unfair treatment, low wages, and poor living conditions. A reformed SAWP could offer better pay, health protections, and stronger oversight, but it might also mean fewer spots if Canadian farmers resist the changes. Jamaica needs to negotiate better terms before those doors quietly close. On the other hand, Carney's broader immigration plans could open new pathways for Jamaican professionals. Canada is aging and it needs nurses, tradesmen, and tech workers. If the new leadership creates targeted programs, this could be a golden age for Jamaicans to migrate legally and earn well. But again, only if our government and diaspora push for Jamaica to be prioritized. One of the most talked about aspects of Mark Carney's leadership is his green vision. He has chaired major global committees on climate finance and wants Canada to be a hub for green infrastructure, clean energy, and sustainable investment. Jamaica, vulnerable to hurricanes and rising seas, could be both a partner and a test case for those ambitions. This could be Jamaica's chance to secure climate financing, especially for solar energy, smart agriculture, and sea defense projects. With Canada possibly increasing its contributions to global climate funds, we need to position ourselves at the front of the line. A Canadian-backed Green Deal with Jamaica could also create jobs and modernize our energy grid if we act fast. Beyond climate, Carney may modernize Canada's financial systems, including digital transfers and remittance tools. Jamaicans abroad send billions home, but fees are high and banking access is limited. If Carney liberalizes financial tech or invests in Caribbean fintech, it could make life easier for our people and unlock a new era of diaspora-led development. Canada and the U.S. are entering a tense phase. Donald Trump's second presidency has already rattled alliances, and Mark Carney seems determined to chart a different course. This rivalry could put Jamaica in the middle, but also give us unexpected leverage. Jamaica may now be courted by both Washington and Ottawa as they compete for influence in the region. Carney's Canada may become a stronger partner for the Caribbean, especially if Trump continues to cut foreign aid or tighten immigration. Canada could step in as a more stable ally, one that respects diplomacy and multilateralism. Jamaica should consider how to use this moment to gain concessions, attract investment, or negotiate better trade terms from both sides. But the danger is real. If Jamaica leans too heavily toward one superpower, the other could retaliate. Carney is a cool diplomat, but he will act in Canada's interests. Trump is unpredictable and quick to punish those he sees as disloyal. Jamaica will need careful, clever diplomacy, balancing relationships without being pulled apart. Mark Carney's rise signals a shift not just for Canada, but for the entire hemisphere. His leadership could open doors for Jamaica, but it could also expose us to new risks. From trade to climate, migration to geopolitics, the island's relationship with Canada is now in transition. If we're not ready, we'll be reacting, not leading. Jamaica's leaders must seize this moment. They must reach out to Carney's government, engage Anita Anand's foreign ministry, and bring the diaspora to the table. Canada is changing, and we must change with it, not as bystanders, but as active partners. The future belongs to those who prepare for it. In a world of shifting powers and rising storms, Jamaica needs allies who understand our journey. With Mark Carney at Canada's helm, the opportunity is there, but only if we're bold enough to take it. Let us act now, before the moment passes.